All right, war number 12. We're up against Noon for the second time this season. This is the second alliance we faced twice this season. Matchmaking is just in shambles. It's embarrassing. But this war, we are locked into 5th place, or I should say, if we win this war against Noon, we don't move up, unless there were docks, which there was, but whatever. It didn't help us get into the top 3. And then if we lost this war, obviously we would still be in Masters. So we have essentially nothing to play for, although we are going to try to do our best in this war. So this war is kind of special because entering this war, Bryn, who's in BG3, was 97-0 on the season, and we're going for a few milestones for Bryn. So nobody in 4Loki history has ever had a perfect season with more than 100 fights. So the best, or the most fight volume of any perfect season in 4Loki history was 91 solos without a death. Also, Bryn, heading into this war, had something like a 160 or 170 solo streak. And so he was going for 200 straight solos in war dating back to last season, which obviously he wouldn't get that in this one war, but that's kind of a goal. And the other thing is he's going for the power ratings record. So I think he was slated for 11 fights. We ended up reassigning one of those fights. So we had 10 fights this war. And I was essentially his taxi for the entire war. We literally doubled up on both of his paths in Section 1 and 2. And I brought 2 white Magnetos that I could give him 6 pre-fights because he was using Morningstar, his rank 3 Morningstar, for the Apocalypse boss, and we needed to make sure that he could get her built up to 5 souls to have a legitimate shot. And as you guys know, I said it in my best counters video that I released before this season, that to me, without question, Morningstar with 5 souls is the best matchup for an Apocalypse boss. ET 2099 is generally the champ that we use because it's so difficult in Tier 1 to build up Morningstar to 5 souls before the boss, with different people placing, not really placing Morningstar friendly fights, and there are some paths that she can't take and all that stuff. So anyway, but we went all out just to try to get him the best possible chance to accomplish all of those goals. All of us supporting and cheering him on. This is the only fight that I took in this entire war. Mysterio on node 53. Generally, I don't think that placing anybody on node 53 that Hype can counter pretty well is a good idea, just because Hype is such a perfect option for this node. Obviously, you can stun once they get incinerated. He gets a massive amount of passive power, which is completely unaffected by Polka Dot power. So, yeah, that's a rank 3 Mysterio. Generally a really annoying defender to fight, but completely rinsed. And I ended up placing pre-fights on these next 2 fights, Nova and Apocalypse. And sadly, Bryn, he got hung up on the boss. He missed a dex on the SP2, and he got drop kicked from I don't know what his health was, but it was his first hit, and he got one shot by an SP2, just the kick. So really, really unfortunate. But he had what I believe is easily the best season in 4Loki history by a mile. All right, so here we're going to open up a 6-star basic. I'm not a huge fan of the 6-star featured pool, although I do have an unawakened rank 3 Immortal Abomination. Obviously, he's the top Science Prestige champ in the game, and I would love to get him awakened. That would help my prestige. But here I'm kind of going for like a Claire dupe, because I could sig her up quite a bit. End up with a first dupe, and thus awakening on Guillotine 2099, who I already had at rank 3. So this is actually kind of cool. Her sig ability is, I think, actually pretty good. So when I awakened her initially, so when I pulled this, I was like, oh, okay. I mean, I know that it gives her the combo shield. It's not really a huge deal. But I wanted to go in and just kind of look at it and read it over. And there's a little extra that I never really noticed that I actually think is a pretty big deal. And it's that second part. While under the effect of a combo shield, damage from incoming attacks, excluding special 3, is capped at 10% of her max health. That's crazy because in secondary fights, you're always going to be trying to get at least one combo shield passive, just in case you mess up. And yeah, just having that damage cap at 10%, that's pretty massive. So here are the Season 25 rewards. We finished, I think, 6th overall, so, 3rd in Masters, supposedly. I don't know. The way that they do the award rewards is pretty silly, too. Kind of confusing, but we've got 30,000 6-star shards to open, and then we've got 5 of those Science Mystic crystals to open. And I'm really trying to awaken my 5-star Dragon Man, who's at rank 5. I could sig him up, and I would like to have him awakened because it helps him quite a bit on attack, depending on the matchup. So, all right, we're just popping these 3 6-star crystals because I'm not going to spin them. And boom, look at that. Literally the first time opening a 6-star crystal after awakening Guillotine 2099, and we pull her again. So she's now up to 640. And then get the, what's-his-face, Hit Monkey, which is pretty cool. I'm excited about that. All right, so we're going all in, trying to get Dragon Man. I'm pulling the Brian Grant gunning for Aegon here. I'm just going to be opening these crystals every time until I awaken my Dragon Man. Or unless I get like a Mystic Awakening Gem from Variant 7. I think Exploration gives you a 5-star Awakening Gem crystal. So, there we go. We kind of missed on that. Not a huge deal, because it is a 5-star, and I mean, to this point, I have only used Dragon Man in questing just for fun. I have brought him into like off-season war, again, just for fun. All right, and then here we are going to be opening the Tier 5 Class Catalyst Fragment crystals. So we've got 2 of them. We got a 10% and a 25%. That's hilarious. So I've almost formed my second Cosmic. And I do have a champ that I'm really hoping to awaken. And then look at that. All right, great, perfect. Look at that. We already have one fully formed, by the way. So they're just like, here, just have all the extra cosmics. And I guess that's fine. Here I am, just desperately searching for something else to open, and I realize there is nothing else to open. So I instinctively go over to the champ page. And I just want to look at, here's a champ that I want to rank 3. Nope, can't do it. Great, screw this. And boom, video over. So, hope you enjoyed. Leave a like and a comment. Subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.